welcome to All Things Eastern. I'm your host, Patty Dobson, and tonight we have a very special guest with us, Dr. Jim Lee, who has probably done every job in radio that we know about, and some maybe we haven't heard about.
Only the ones that didn't pay very well.
Well, while we have you here, we're going to talk about several different things, but the first thing that we want to talk about, you are going to teach a really cool class in the spring. It's COM 223, Broadcast Talent, and you are the radio guy.
I was doing radio here at the campus station, well, actually NPR affiliate, all over eastern New Mexico and West Texas for about, I guess it was a little over 13 years I was doing that.
Now, before we talk about this class, why don't you tell us what some of your radio experiences have been? You are no stranger to the stage, to radio. Might be easier to ask you what you haven't done.
What I haven't done is make a lot of money.
That's really sad. Yeah. But you've probably had a lot of fun on the journey.
We've had so much fun. My first broadcasting job was at KTRF Radio, an AM station. I think it was before we had FM. It was in 1967, up on the Canadian border where Minnesota, North Dakota, and Canada come together. And they used to listen to us in Winnipeg, so that was a big market there, even though I wasn't in a big market where I was. Before that, I did some television acting for NET. NET went out of business, and the gap was filled by PBS. This is before PBS.
Really?
So that's back in, 1963? My gosh, that's 50 years ago, isn't it?
That's a long time.
Doesn't seem possible.
It's impossible.
And I've been in theater for about, since the mid-50s. I started when I was in 6th or 7th grade, something like that.
And you're also a writer.
Yeah, I've given her a shot at that.
Just a little shot.
Yeah, I could use one right now. I've been writing for almost all of my life, as I've enjoyed it. It was a great escape. I've written novels, plays. What I like to do most is write plays. And I've done some radio drama. I've had professional radio drama experience in a nationally syndicated radio drama. I wrote 3 of those, and it was a radio series that actually lasted up to about 1980. It came from the golden days of radio and it lasted that long.
That's wonderful.
And had some wonderful people that came back and worked in radio for that show. It was a series called Heartbeat Theater. It was syndicated all over the United States for many, many years. And a lot of really famous people came for nostalgia. And they'd work for Scale. And they'd do those shows. Casey Kasem did one of my shows.
Really?
Yeah, very, very nice man. And a lot of other people. Marvin Miller, who did a lot of movies, and he was the star of a TV series in the 50s called The Millionaire. Remember that?
I was going to say the cop drama, but
He probably did. He did. I think he did Charlie Chan in the movies too. He wasn't the only one that did it. He was one of them that did it. And I worked in motion pictures for quite a while through the 70s. And,
this certainly explains why you are the person to teach this class.
Oh, well, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that.
Now,
I always have fun teaching it. It's a great experience.
You're a lot of fun to watch. I haven't taken a class with you, but I kind of lurk in the hallway and look.
Oh, you were the person that was out there. Okay.
Yeah, it was me. Now, this class, Broadcast Talent, will be 10 to 10:50 in the spring semester on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Right.
Who can take this class?
Well, I think just about anybody can take it. I don't know of any prerequisites, do you?
Well, there aren't any prerequisites, but suppose someone is afraid to take the class.
Don't be afraid of it. You don't have to have experience to take the class. If you had the experience, maybe you wouldn't need the class.
Okay.
And we give you the basics. We take you right from ground zero, and you don't have to have any background at all. And we'll give you the basics. And that's what you need. You need structure at the beginning. And that's basically what we do, the rudimentary part of talking on radio and television. And as we talk about, we do articulation. We have exercises for that. We work on projection. Yes, you do need to project in broadcasting just like you do on stage, a slightly different way, but you still need to do it. Right? And we concentrate mostly on the voice, and that's what it's all about. Broadcast talent.
Anybody from just someone who's interested, maybe.
Sure. Might be broadcasting majors in the comm department that want to take the class. I would highly recommend it to them.
Sure.
If they're going to do any on-air talent work at all, it's good to take that. People who want to audition to do the news here for the television station, they should take it. Believe me, I've heard a lot of them that should have taken it. I won't mention any names, of course. And
they're probably watching you right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And I would also recommend it to people in the film program here.
That's right, our DFM program.
DFM program, and also the theater program here. A lot of people would like to get some broadcast experience, and a lot of people who are trained in theater would like to do television and motion pictures, and this would apply to that.
Now, something that may or may not be affiliated with the class, you have done at least one radio drama a semester, at least one, sometimes two, for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to take a listen to a piece of one that you did recently called Tick Tick.
Okay.
So why don't we take a listen, and then you can tell us a little bit about that, and we'll get back to talking about the class.
Okay.
All right.
Slowly, I managed to open my eyes to face the source of this furious assault. I decided to summon the strength to stare her down, stare that mocking face into submission. Now she didn't appear to be laughing at all. All I saw in her expression was perplexed concern. Pretended concern, of course. The heinous laughter had died away.
Do you have another one of those awful headaches?
Sit back down. You look so ridiculous trying to stand attached to the chair like that. I almost began laughing at her, but tonight would not prove successful if reduced to a subject of laughter. Laughter existed only as ridicule in disguise, anyway. Besides, a course of action of the greatest gravity awaited execution.
Untie me so I can get your medication. You have it in your briefcase, right?
No, I will do no such thing.
All right, I'll see if I can untie myself. I've had enough of this nonsense anyway.
Sit down! She dropped back into the chair. The fragile old wood groaned its protest. She opened her arms. She beckoned.
Is Brad Hammond the scariest guy in the world, or what?
Actually, I would like to say that because it makes the show sound better, doesn't it? But he is one of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet.
I will tell you, and I have told you this before. I actually heard parts of the rehearsal when you guys were doing this in the Commons area, and it freaked me out sitting in my office working, listening to it.
But in fact, Brad is chair of
the art
Fine
department.
Arts,
That's
the art
right.
department. Very talented man, very talented, and that's a talent. I guess it's the first time he tried that, as far as I know, and he did a wonderful job.
I think he is a closet creep-tastic villain. I think he should do another one of these.
Actually, the parts I've done most when I was doing movies, it was mostly villains,
I hear they're more
crooked
fun to
cops
play.
and Nazis, and and stuff like that.
The nice guy isn't always as much fun.
The most fun parts to play are the villains. I have to admit that.
Well, you can really go out of character and have a good time doing things you would never do in your regular life
Oh, sure.
that we know of.
Actually, the people who play the bad guys in TV and movies
Yeah.
and theater and all that, they're actually the nicest people because they get all their meanness out that way, see?
Oh, good to know.
That's what Strother Martin used to say, the character actor.
Now, do you think you'll do a radio drama in the spring?
Oh, yes, I plan to do that. And what I would like to do is I would like to not only encourage people to audition to do it, and if they don't have any experience, that's okay. They'll get the experience doing that. And so it's part teaching, part directing to do that. I'd also like to encourage students to write scripts.
Oh, that would be fabulous.
Yeah, the only reason I'm using scripts that I've written is because that's what we have on hand right now, and we don't have to pay royalty. Okay?
Now, let's say a student out there has a script that they'd like maybe for you to consider. How would you prefer they get in contact with you?
They can email me. They can call me. My email is at james.lee@enmu.edu. They can bring it by the office, 106 in the comm building.
And what's your office extension number?
I don't remember.
No. Well, that's okay. If you want to talk to Dr. Lee, call 562-2130. That's our main office number, and we will get you connected with him. Before we sign off for the night, I want to reiterate again, sign up for this class if you have any interest in vocal work at all. This class is called COM 223 Broadcast Talent, and we'll meet Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 10:50 in the COM building. And you can learn from the person who was this close to inventing radio drama.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming tonight.
Oh, thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it.
And, we'll have you come back on to talk some more about radio drama. And I think we should go hunt down Brad Hammond and see if he's interested in doing it.
It's a great art form. It's a wonderful art form.
It's a lot of fun to watch, too. All right. Thank you so much.
Sure.
We're happy that you joined us. We will see you same time next week with yet more things, all things Eastern. Until next time.